The live stream has started, Sheikh.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله أجمعين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome once again to another UCT MSA class, Arabic class, and today inshallah we will start with الدرس الرابع عشر, the 14th lesson. Before we go into the text, we'll do some other concepts that we have to know for this lesson. So amongst the concepts are the dhama'ir, are the pronouns. We have to know the plural of the pronouns. So we have anta, the plural of anta is antum. We've done this before, but this is just a recap. And ana, so anta means you, and the plural of that is antum, you, all. So anta and antum, and ana, which means I, and the plural being nahnu, we. Then when you have mudaf ilayh construction, a attached pronoun, this is the detached pronouns, they're detached and they are attached. So the attached pronouns, we have bayti, my house, and baytuna, our house. So we know we've done this before. The ya is for my and the na is for our. So bayti, my house, and baytuna, our house. So these are the attached and these are the detached. So the attached and the detached. Then when you look at the verbs, and dhahabta means you went. The ta is the fa'il, which is the pronoun here, which means anta. So it means you went, anta. And then antum is a plural form. The tum, antum will be you all went. And then an dhahabtu, dhahabta means you went, and dhahabtu means you all went. And dhahabtu means I went, and dhahabna means we went. So these are the pronouns that we have to know for this lesson. Anta becomes antum, the plural, and ana becomes nahnu, that is the detached, and the attached will be bayti and baytuna. Bayti is my house, and baytuna is our house. And when you look at the verbs, the ta will be for you. So dhahabta, you went. Dhahabtum, the tum is for you all. So dhahabtum, you all went, three or more. Remember the plural is three or more. So it's 3 plus. So dhahabtu means I went, and dhahabna, but dhahabna, it is 2 plus, eh? So you can have dhahabna like we, can be 2 people. So it's 2 people. You can say we. Dhahabna means only 2 of them went. Or nahnu as well is 2 plus. So nahnu, like we went, and it's only 2 of us that are going. But for the other plurals like the tum, it will be 3 plus. Okay. Then we move on to mamnu'. Mamnu'un min as-sarfi. We've done this before. We said mamnu'un min as-sarfi, they do not like tanween. So when you have mamnu' min as-sarf, they don't like tanween and they don't like kasra. So you want to have a kasra and a tanween. If something's mamnu' min as-sarf, you will not have a tanween. So no tanween, and there will be no kasra. They don't have tanween. So make this nicely. So for example, so there will be no tanween, and there will be no kasra on these words, mamnu' min as-sarf. Okay, so they can only get a fatha and a dhamma. So they won't have a kasra, and they will not have tanween. Okay, we've done this before, but this is a recap. We will add some to them in this lesson. So we done before, we said feminine proper nouns. So proper nouns, so names like Khadija, 2, and Aisha, 2, and you can say Maryamu as well, Maryamu. They are all female names. So any female name, we will give it only one case ending because it is mamnu' min as-sarf if it's a female name. Okay. Then we move on to non-Arabic pronouns. So non-Arabic names like Londonu. London, it is a proper noun, but because it's non-Arabic, it's not an Arabic word, we give it only one case ending. So it is Landana. Pakistan, it is a non-Arab country, it's a proper noun, only one case ending. A non-Arab name like Williamu, one case ending because it is non-Arab. So non-Arab proper nouns will get one case ending. Why? Because it is mamnu' min as-sarf. Okay, it is non-Arab. Okay, it's a proper noun and it's non-Arab. As well as most of the prophets, because most of the prophets were not Arab. Ibrahimu was not Arab, so therefore it is Ibrahimu, Ismailu, Adamu, Yaqubu. So there are names, but they're not Arabs, and therefore they only get one case ending. So most of the prophets who are not Arabs will only get one case ending. But there are exceptions. There are exceptions. If the name has three letters, like Noah, these three letters, Lut, these three letters, like George, these three letters. Okay. George, okay, like George in English. So Noah, because it's three letters, and the middle letters has a sukoon. Three letters, middle letter has a sukoon, then we don't apply mamnu' min as-sarf. Even though it's a foreign name, we don't apply, we don't apply mamnu' min as-sarf to that. So it gets two case endings. Even like Noah is not an Arab, but because it's not an Arab proper noun, but because it is three letters and the middle letter has sukoon on the waw, this is sukoon, we will give him two case endings. Lut as well, middle letter has a sukoon, and therefore we give it two case endings. George is an English name. It's not an Arab name, we know that, like George. The Arabs don't call themselves George. So George, the way you spell it in Arabic, but because there is a sukoon on the ra here, we give it two case endings. So that's so these are the exceptions. Okay, that's one exception. The exception mentioned there. Exception, three letter names with sukoon on the middle letter. Sukoon on the middle letter. Okay, so we've done the pronouns you have to know for this lesson. We've done the mamnu' min as-sarf you have to know. And then we learn something new, which is ayyu. Ayyu, which means which. And it appears as mudaf. So if something is a mudaf, it will be mudafun ilayhi as well. So if something is a mudaf, it will have a mudafun ilayhi. And if something mudaf, usually mudaf, it only gets one case ending. Because the mudaf, we've done this before, has one case ending, and the mudafun ilayhi will have a kasra. So ayyu kitabin. So after ayyu, the thing will always be mudafun ilayhi. So it will always have a kasra, either two kasras if it's definite and indefinite and so forth. So ayyu kitabin hada. Which book is this? Which book is this? So we have ayyu, which means which, but remember it gets one case ending. Why? Because it's mudaf, and mudafun ilayhi will come after it. A mudaf and it gets one case ending. So it's ayyu kitabin hada. Min ayhi baladin anta. Min is in front of ayyu, so it becomes ayhi, like we done harfu jar, a letter of jar makes that word comes after the majroor, get a kasra, makes the same to ay. So ayyu becomes ayhi because of min. So min ayhi baladin anta, from which country are you? Okay, so we see that ayyu, whenever you use it as a mudaf, and whatever comes after it will be the mudafun ilayhi. Okay, so we're done now with ayyu. Now we move on to the mudaf of a definite word. So al-mudaf ila ma'rifatin ma'rifatun. The mudaf to a definite word becomes definite. Okay, what does this mean? So look at the example. هذا بيت. So بيت here does not have al. So we know it is indefinite. But it is mudaf to the word that comes after it. So the word after it is mudafun ilayhi. هذا بيت المدرس. Okay, this should be actually kasra there. Kasra there. Okay. So هذا بيت المدرس. So we know it's mudafun ilayhi. Okay. So the mudaf is considered to be definite. So we see it down here. If the mudaf ilayhi is ma'rifa, then the mudaf is considered ma'rifa. This is the mudaf ilayhi. If it is ma'rifa, you know it is ma'rifa, it is definite because of the al. Now we consider the mudaf to be definite as well. Why do we have to know this? Because if we want to describe, if you want to describe in this instance bait, then we will describe it as a definite word. So we will say هذا بيت المدرس. And I want to speak more about bait. I want to say the new. This is the new house of the teacher. How do I do this? I'm going to put the description of bait after the mudafun ilayhi, and it will be al-jadidu. Why al-jadidu? Because I'm considering that this word bait, it is ma'rifa because it's mudaf to a ma'rifa word. So it is, and it gets the same case ending as well as the thing it is describing. Okay. Remember, we see the sifa and the mawsuf, they have to agree in gender, they have to agree in ma'rifa and nakira, and they have to agree in number. But we look here and we see that the thing we're describing does not have an al, but we consider it to be ma'rifa. Why? Because it's mudaf to a word that is ma'rifa. Therefore, when we describe baytun, we describe it as a ma'rifa word, and therefore we say al-jadidu. Okay, so very important to know that. Okay, look at the next example. هذا بنت هذه, so there's a mistake here. So هذه بنت الطبيب. This is the daughter of the doctor. Now remember, we said that the sifa and mawsuf have to agree in gender as well, and it has to agree in definite to indefinite and number. But here we have bintu. There's no al on there, but it's mudaf to a word that has al. So a mudaf, that is a word that is mudaf to a ma'rifa word, becomes ma'rifa. So bint is mudaf to the word al-tabib, which is ma'rifa. Therefore bint becomes ma'rifa. It's considered to be ma'rifa. And therefore, when I want to give a description to the word bint, I'm going to say al-tawilatu. Al-tawilatu, making it feminine because this word is feminine. Bint is feminine, daughter is feminine. So I'm describing it as al-tawilatu. So gender will be the same. Definite, indefinite, both of them are definite because it is mudaf, as well as the case ending dhamma and dhamma. So you know that the description of al-tawilatu is just description of bintu. But you must say, but if both of them are al, wouldn't you confuse it and think that al-tawilatu is a description of al-tabibu? No, because it will have a different case ending. Let's look at it. Look at this example. هذه بنت الطبيب. هذه بنت الطبيب. But now I want to describe this tabib. I don't want to describe any more bint. And now I will say al-tawili. So these two now, al-tabibi has the same case ending as al-tawili. So al-tabibi is the mawsuf and al-tawili is the sifa. They are the same gender, they are the same number, they have the same case ending, and both of them are definite. And therefore, it's very important to note al-mudafu ila ma'rifatin ma'rifatun. Meaning that if the mudaf ilayh is ma'rifa, then the mudaf is considered ma'rifa as well. So whenever you look at these words, always look at both of them. Look at the mudaf and mudafun ilayh. If you see the mudafun ilayh ma'rifah, then we consider the mudaf, the word before, to be ma'rifah. And when we describe it, we describe it as ma'rifah word. Okay. And they will have the same case ending, because the same case ending has to be the same. If not, then it might be describing the mudafun ilayhi. So with that, we'll go into the lesson, inshallah. So there's a conversation between al-fityatu and hamidun. Remember, al-fityatu, it is the plural of the word al-fata, young boys. Okay, so it says there, assalamu alaikum. We spoke about this before. We said, why do we say assalamu alaikum? We say assalamu alaikum because we are speaking and we are greeting the angels that is with the person. Even though Hamid is only one person, but with Hamid, there are angels, so we are greeting Hamid and we are greeting the angels. And we know kum is a plural of ka. So ka is singular and kum, it is the plural. So singular and plural. Hamid replies by saying, wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We've done this before. Wa alaykum, and upon you, assalam, be peace. Wa rahmatullahi, and the mercy of Allah, wa barakatuhu, and his blessings. So upon you be the peace of Allah, the blessings of Allah, and the mercy of Allah. Ahadul fitya. Ahadul fityati. So ahad means one, so one of the young boys that are speaking now. It says, كيف حالك يا عمي? How are you doing? حالك, we spoke about hal before. حالك. So we said حالك, your condition. Hal is a condition. So كيف, how is your condition? So hal is your condition that you are in. So how are your condition? How is your condition? يا عمي, oh my paternal uncle. We saw that ammi means my, and we know it is paternal, and khal is maternal. So ammi, ammi, oh my paternal uncle. And we said that we say how is your condition, but generally when we speak we say how are you. So kayfa haluka means how are you, or the direct translation will be kayfa, how is your condition, oh my paternal uncle. Hamidun, he speaks and he says, Ana bi khairin. And we say that whenever you use bi khair, khairin, we're going to put the ba there. Done this before. So Ana, I am bi khairin. In a good state. I'm in a good state. I'm good. I'm fine. You have to put that be there. Very important. That be will say that you are in a state of goodness. So Ana bi khairin. I'm good, I'm fine, I'm well. Walhamdulillah, and all praise lillah belongs, we done lillah belongs to Allah. Kayfa halukum? Again we said ka, plural will be kum. So kayfa halukum, how are you? But plural is speaking to more, because Hamid is speaking to the fityatu. He's speaking to the al-fityatu, the young boys. Man antum. So we said anta means you, antum means you all, three or more. So who are you, three or more, speaking to? Ahaduhum, one of them. So who, ahaduhu will be one, and whom, so the who, pronoun who becomes whom. We've done this before, but this is the recap. Ahaduhum, one of them. نحن أبناء الدكتور موسى. نحن أبناء الدكتور موسى. We, نحن, from أنا, I, and the plural of that will be نحن. So أنا becomes نحن. أبناء الدكتور. So I am the sons of the Dr. Musa. Dr. Musa will be someone that normally has a PhD, a doctorate. Someone is a doctorate, because we know Tabib will be a medical doctor, and Doctor will be usually someone that has, a PhD. Musa and the sons of Dr. Musa, Dr. Musa. We know the Doctor is a title, and whatever comes with a title is a badal. We've done this before, and therefore we can say نحن أبناء موسى وأبناء الدكتور وأبناء الدكتور موسى. The same we done before with a Sheikh in front of the person. Okay, person's name. حامد أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا. Usually they translate this as welcome. Ahlan means like ahlan, you became, ahl means family, you became family. So if you see someone, you are telling the person you became a family. Wa sahlan, sahl means easy. So, you are family, you see someone and telling the person you like family. Your stay here will be easy. Sahlan. So whatever, you want will be easy for you to attain. Wa marhaban, and welcome. So ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. Abukum sadiqi. Abukum sadiqi. We done this before. We see there are certain words that when you make them mudaf, we'll add a letter. We said akhun. If you want to, make it mudaf, so we're going to put a dhamir next to it. So kum, for example, this attached pronoun is attached to the word, it's a mudaf. So we said it'll be akhu kum. Likewise is ab. So you have ab plus kum will be abukum. You add now that wow. So abukum sadiqi. Your father, remember kum, it is more, sadiqi is my friend. Aina ammukum. Remember we speak about we speak about paternal uncle. Aina ammukum. Where is your paternal uncle? Sheikh Isa. Sheikh Isa. Ahaduhum, one of them, huwa maridun. He is sick. Huwa al-ana fil mustashfa. He is now in the mustashfa, the hospital. Hamidun shafahu Allah. Shafahu Allah. Shafa means Allah has cured him. This is usually in du'as. Shafa, to cure, but it's a past tense verb. So in du'as, usually use a past tense verb. Like jazakallahu khayran. Shafahu Allah. You're using a past tense verb as if you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He should have cured you from whatever you have. So shafahu Allah, this is a dua form. May Allah cure you. Shafahu, cure him. May Allah cure him. Man hadhihi الطفلة التي معكم? Who is this young girl child that is with you? طفلة, young girl child. الطفل is a child and طفلة is a female child. So من هذه الطفلة التي معكم? Who is this female child that is with you? أحدهم, one of them. هي أختنا. Remember we said the na means we. So هي أختنا. She is our, نحن is we and na is our. She is our sister. أخت. She is our sister. Hamidun, masmuha. What is her name? We done her before, so her is her. So what is her name? Masmuha. And remember, ismun, it is hamzatul wasl. When you start the sentence from the word before it, then you drop that. You drop that hamza. So it will be hamzatul wasl drop. So it will be masmuha. You don't mention this letter because you're starting from ma. But if you say ma and then you pause and you start from the word afterwards, it will be ismuha. But if you continue, it will be masmuha. What is her name? Ahaduhum, one of them. Now you start from the sentence from the beginning. Ismuha Layla. Her name is Layla. Hamidun. Aina baytukum al-jadid. Here we see it again. What we spoke about, mudaf ila ma'rifa. So أين بيتكم الجديد? Where بيتكم? So we know that kum, it is a ضمير. We see all ضميrs are, it is definite. ضميrs are definite. They are معرفة. So we are going to give a description to bait. And therefore the description of bait has to be معرفة as well, because bait, it is مضاف to a معرفة, and therefore its description will be معرفة. So something مضاف to a معرفة is considered to be معرفة. And therefore we say الجديد. So أين بيتكم? Where is your house? الجديد, the new house. So أين بيتكم الجديد? Where is your new house? Okay. أحدهم, one of them. بيتنا الجديد. So again, بيتنا. So again, بيتنا, our house. But the na is on ضمير, it's a pronoun. And pronouns are definite. And therefore, بيتنا, بيت is considered to be definite. And therefore, if I give a description, I'll say al. So بيتنا الجديد. So بيتنا الجديد قريب من المطار. Our new house is near to the مطار airport. حامد أأنتم في المدرسة الثانوية؟ أأنتم في المدرسة الثانوية? Are you in secondary school? Remember, أنتم 3 or more. أحدهم, one of them. لا نحن بالجامعة. No, we are at the university. أنا في كلية الهندسة. I am in the faculty of engineering. هندسة. Remember, we done this. مهندس is an engineer, and هندسة is engineer. We speak about the faculty. So كلية في كلية المهندسة, in the engineering faculty. ومحمود في, and Mahmoud is in the faculty of طب, faculty of medicine. وإبراهيم في كلية الشريعة, and Ibrahim is in the faculty of Sharia or Islamic jurisprudence. ويوسف في كلية تجارة, and Yusuf is in the faculty of commerce. حامد من ذلك الفتى الذي في سيارتكم? Who is that? Abdullah, are you there?
Yes, Sheikh.
I think my Zoom logged out and back in. Is everything okay still your side?
Yes.
Okay. So we have حامد. So حامد since من ذلك الفتى فتى الذي في سيارتكم? Who is
And Sheikh,
that فتى? Yes.
and Sheikh's screen is not shared.
It's not shared. Okay, let
Yes.
me just share the screen. Okay, that went off when the Zoom went on and off. Okay, let me just put the screen back on. Is it okay now?
Yes, Sheikh.
Okay, lovely. Jazakallah. So Hamidun speaks and says, Hamidun, man dhalika al-fata? Who is that young boy? Remember, dhalika, and after is al, dhalika, and after is al, then we have the badal. So al-fata will be the badal. Who is that? So the mubtada, and we have the badal, and we have the khabar there. Man ذلك الفتى الذي في سيارتكم? Who is that young boy that is in your car? هو زميلي. He is my peer. حامد من أين هو? From where is he? محمود. هو من إنكلترا. He is from England. حامد ما اسمه? What is his name? Again, the who? His name. What is his name? محمود اسمه ويليام. So here you find William is a non-Arabic name, and therefore it is ممنوع من الصرف. It cannot get tanween, and it can't get a kasra. and therefore it gets a dhamma, one case ending only. So ismuhu Williamu, because it is a proper name which is non-Arab. William is not an Arab name. Okay. Hamidun Muslimun huwa, is he Muslim? Mahmudun la, no, huwa Nasraniyun, he is Christian. Abu Ustadi, his father is my lecturer. Ismuhu, his name, Ad-Dukturu Edwards. So Edwards, but in Arabic it's Edwardu. And again, it's not an Arabic name. It is a proper noun, not an Arabic proper name. And therefore, it gets only one case ending. Okay. Like Williamu, only one case ending. Edwardu gets one case ending. William will be William, and Edwards will be Edward. Oh, okay. يهديهم الله إلى الإسلام. May Allah guide them both to Islam. Yahdi, to guide. Huma, that is a pronoun for two. We know we done before who. It's one person. Him. Whom be them. But for two, it will be huma. So yahdi huma, but joining it to Allah. So yahdi huma Allahu ila al-Islam. May Allah guide them to, the two of them, to Islam. Hamidun. أذهبتم إلى المستشفى لزيارة عمكم اليوم. أذهبتم, have you went? Again, speaking to three or more. The tum, أذهبتم إلى المستشفى, to the hospital. لزيارة, to visit عمكم, your paternal uncle. اليوم. Al-yawma, today. We see there's a difference of al-yawm. Sorry, al-yawmu. Al-yawmu, it's the day. And al-yawma means today. So whenever we see a fatha, we know it is today. And when you see a dhamma, it is the day. Yusuf, na'am, dhahabna. Dhahabna, again, the na, we went. Na'am, yes, we went. And that is the end of this lesson. I think, inshallah, we will leave it there, and we will start next week, inshallah, with the tamarin. This is quite conversation, and I will encourage you to go over this conversation and just look at the concepts that we have done, inshallah, and to have this conversation with someone, and just to speak, to have a nice conversation whenever it be. If you go into breakup rooms, just speak to someone, just have this conversation with yourself or someone in the mirror, but just to have this conversation, just to get used to using the different pronouns for dual. Sorry, not for dual, we done only one in dual, but for singular and plural, and the difference of singular and plural in the verbs, how to use those, use those pronouns correctly, and of course, just to get some practice when you are actually describing a mudaf in a mudaf ilayh construction, like we done. Like, remember we said that if the mudaf ilayh is ma'rifa, then the mudaf is considered to be ma'rifa, and just to get that practice, inshallah, and that will help you with the conversation, speaking to someone. With that, I'll hand it over to Brother Abdullahi. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran, Sheikh, for this informative lesson.